Hey guys, this is Billy with High Tech Equipment again. I'm here with a Cadman 3500. This is in the same family of machines as the 3000 and the 3250. If you've watched those videos, not a whole lot different, but in the 3500, if you hadn't figured out now, the numbers on a Cadman machine actually mean something. The 3000 is a 3-inch inside diameter. The 3250 is a 3 1/4 inch inside diameter. The 3500 is a 3 1/2 inside diameter. This machine's 3 1/2 inch inside diameter by 925 foot long. So the difference in these machines are the size of the inside diameter. You can either get more length with the 3000 but smaller diameter and not be able to push enough water, or you can go up to the 3 1/2 inch machine, push more water, but you lose, 150 foot of hose. It's not an upsell, nobody's trying to do anything. These machines are exactly the same price, so there's no difference in price. It's just what you want. You need more water or do you need more length? We'll come here and talk to you about the inlet elbow. The inlet elbow sits right here. There's an inlet elbow seal right inside of this. As he zooms in here, it sits right inside this collar. The drum spins inside of that. So it comes down the inlet elbow. You hook your feeder hose right here, a 4-inch ring lock, male ring lock. You'll hook a 4-inch female ring lock to it. The water comes in the inlet elbow, goes straight into the drum. When it leaves the drum, it goes straight into your poly hose here. As I said, this is 3 1/2 inch inside diameter by 925 foot long. The water never touches no moving parts. There's no billows unit, there's no turbine, nothing like that. It goes inside the hose, comes out on the other end through the gun, never touches any moving part. As we come right here, this machine has got the same motor on it. It's a 4 horsepower Honda motor. As I've mentioned before, Honda has made me a believer that is the best little motor on the market. On the outside of the machine, on the front cover, you'll see the speed control right here. If you want to increase your speed, you turn it clockwise. If you want to decrease your speed, you turn it counterclockwise. Right here is the speedometer. As you turn that, this number right here will either increase or decrease according to what you've done down there. That'll let you know how many feet per second feet per minute that you're bringing the machine in. You have got an emergency shut off right here. If you need to shut the machine down in a hurry, hit the button. Got an engage and disengage lever right here. If you want to engage the machine to start bringing it in, put it to engage. If you're pulling the machine out, you put it to disengage. Something I have not showed on the other two machines right now is you do have a PTO shaft right here. If the motor winds up quitting, you wind up having a problem, you can hook a 540 PTO drive line up and roll the machine up and get it back to the shop and take care of it. We'll open the lid up here and we'll show you the inner workings. So back here you've got your 4 horsepower Honda motor. You've got a variable speed pulley with your speed control knob. The belt leaves the variable speed pulley, comes over to the pulley on the right angle gearbox. That right angle gearbox does all the power conversion to the chain, and it will drive the drum. So like I said before, there's no billows unit, there's no turbine. It's all driven off of this 5 horsepower Honda motor. As he zooms in right here, we'll show you this bar that's on the inside of it. The bar runs right across through here, and as you can see over on the right side, the hose is not real tight, so it's got this bar pushed out. Over here on the left side, you'll see the cable that runs down there. That same cable right there, as that bar pushes out, it'll actually pull that cable. In turn, it pulls this cable here, and it'll actually move your variable speed pulley because it's got a mechanical speed component. So as this hose layers and gets bigger as it's coming in, it'll change that variable speed pulley, and it'll actually change the speed of the drum, but it'll leave the speed of the gun cart coming in exactly the same. The other purpose that that bar that's down in there shows you, or does, if that hose ever overlaps itself, there is a micro switch that bar will trip, and it'll actually shut you down to keep you from getting in a mess if you have some kind of issue going on. As we come to the back of the machine, this is your gun cart lift mechanism, it's in the transport mode right now. If it's in its normal position, this bar is hooked right here. It's laid over a little bit, and then you can take these chains and hook them to those bars. Take your winch and either raise the gun up or let it down and move it around. The gun on the gun cart is a Comet 140 gun. This gun, I usually set it to do about 3/4 of a turn. That way it sprays water, and I leave a little pie slice where my gun cart comes in. It's coming in on dry ground. These guns have also got a taper bore nozzle on them. As you can see, this nozzle, it tapers down, where like the older guns had a ring and it was just water coming and hitting a ring and it pushing through a center hole on it. Caused a lot of turbulence in the water. And changing the nozzles out are just as simple as what I've done just there. When you buy the machine, you will get this little tool, because when that's on there, you'll need something to help you get it undone. And if you use a pair of channel locks, you're gonna mess them fins up. Also on the Travelers, you've got the stabilizers on both sides. You run them down into the ground to stabilize the machine so it does not move any as you're pulling it out or the machine's pulling itself back in. Here on the hose itself, this shark fin will be raised up, and as the machine comes in, it'll push this bar in. On both sides of the bar, there is a micro switch. One is right there. The other one is right here, if you can see right there. So those micro switches, as this gun cart comes in, it'll push that bar, trip those micro switches, and it'll turn the motor off. That way, when the machine comes in, you ain't got to worry about this thing sitting here running or tearing something up. It comes in, it shuts itself off, and the only thing you got then is water going through the gun, and it's not hurting anything at that point. There is ways to get your pump to shut off, but that's not included in the Traveler itself. So this is the overview of the 3500. Out of the three machines, this is probably my favorite because you can push more water through it. 925 foot sounds like it's not 1,000 foot, but you're going to gain 150 foot of throw. So out of that 925, you're going to be able to cover 1,075 foot of land. You're going to be able to cover, 10 acres in 10, 11 hours, just according to what you're putting through it. We need 130 to 140 PSI at the inlet elbow. This is very important because lots of people try to hit this at 50 and 60 PSI at the gun. If you'll hit this at 85 PSI, you'll be happy with the performance out of this gun. That's the overview of the Cadman 3500 wide body. If you got any more questions or you want to learn more about it, you can give me a call at 256-632-8880, or you can find us on the web at htequipment.net. And I'm Billy with High Tech Equipment, and we'll be coming back with you some more videos. Have a good day.